The rain tapped softly against the windows of the small community center as Olivia Parker stacked folding chairs after another parenting support meeting. Most of the other parents had already gone home. Only a few remained. Olivia moved slowly, exhausted after a long day of work, school pickups, cooking dinner, and helping 3 children with homework. At 32, she was raising 3 kids alone. Her ex-husband had left years earlier. Since then, every day had become a balancing act between survival and hope. Most nights, she collapsed into bed wondering how she would manage everything again tomorrow. Across the room sat Ethan Brooks, a widowed single father raising his 10-year-old daughter, Emma. He attended the support meetings occasionally, mostly to share advice with other parents navigating life alone. Over the past several months, he and Olivia had become friends. Nothing dramatic. Just conversations. Coffee after meetings. Occasional texts checking in on each other. The kind of friendship that slowly becomes important before either person notices. That evening, Olivia seemed unusually quiet. Ethan helped her carry a box of supplies toward the storage room. "You okay?" he asked. She smiled weakly. "Just tired." Ethan recognized the answer. It usually meant much more than tired. After a moment, Olivia laughed softly. "You know what's funny?" "What?" She looked down at the floor. "People always tell single moms to stay hopeful." Ethan listened. "But nobody says what they are supposed to be hopeful about." The words carried years of disappointment. Years of dates cancelled after men learned she had 3 children. Years of judgment. Years of feeling invisible. She shook her head. Honestly, no one marries a single mom with 3 kids. The sentence came out as little more than a whisper. A statement she had convinced herself was simply reality. The room became quiet. Ethan looked at her for a long moment. Then he smiled. "I will." Olivia blinked. Certain she had misheard him. "What?" "I said I will." For several seconds, neither moved. Neither spoke. The words seemed impossible. Because Ethan wasn't joking. His expression was calm. Sincere. Certain. Olivia felt her heart race. "You can't just say something like that." "Why not?" "Because marriage isn't a casual promise." "I know." Ethan set the supply box down. "That's why I mean it." Tears instantly filled Olivia's eyes. Not because he had proposed. He hadn't. But because it was the first time in years someone had looked at her and seen possibility instead of baggage. The first time someone hadn't treated her children like obstacles. The first time someone spoke as though a future together wasn't something impossible. Ethan stepped closer. "Olivia, when I look at you, I don't see a woman with 3 kids." She tried to speak. Couldn't. "I see an incredible mother." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I see someone who never quits." His voice softened. "And I see someone I've been falling in love with for a very long time." The world seemed to stop. Outside, the rain continued falling. Inside, Olivia stood completely speechless. For years she believed her story was already written. That nobody would ever choose her. That her children made her too complicated. Too difficult. Too much. Yet standing in front of her was a man willing to choose all of it. Her. Her children. Her complicated life. Everything. And as Ethan reached into his jacket pocket and slowly pulled out a small velvet box, Olivia realized this conversation was about to become something far more life-changing than either of them expected. Olivia stared at the small velvet box in Ethan's hand. Her breath caught. For a moment, she couldn't move. Couldn't speak. Couldn't even think clearly. The rain continued tapping against the windows while the world around them seemed to disappear. "Ethan," she whispered. He smiled nervously. Despite raising a daughter alone, despite overcoming years of hardship, despite speaking confidently just moments earlier, he suddenly looked terrified. "I've been carrying this around for 3 weeks, he admitted. Olivia laughed through her tears. 3 weeks. I kept trying to find the perfect moment. And this is the perfect moment. Ethan glanced around the empty community center. The folding chairs. The storage boxes. The fluorescent lights. Then he shrugged. It's where I fell in love with you. That answer made Olivia cry even harder. Slowly, Ethan opened the box. Inside was a simple ring. Nothing flashy. Nothing extravagant. Just beautiful. Like everything else about him. Olivia Parker, he said softly, I know your life isn't easy. She wiped her eyes. I know you come with 3 amazing kids. A fresh wave of tears appeared immediately. And I know loving all of you is the easiest decision I've ever made. The room became silent. Ethan took a deep breath. I don't want to rescue you. Olivia looked up. I don't need rescuing. I know. He smiled. That's one of the reasons I love you. For years, Olivia had fought every battle herself. Paid every bill. Attended every parent-teacher conference. Comforted every nightmare. Worked every extra shift. Nobody had ever looked at her strength and admired it. Until now. Ethan lowered himself onto one knee. Will you marry me? The question hung in the air. Olivia thought about the years behind her. The loneliness. The rejection. The night she cried after the children fell asleep. The moment she convinced herself that love wasn't meant for people like her. Then she thought about Ethan. The way he remembered her children's birthdays. The way he helped with homework. The way he never made her feel judged. The way he loved them all without hesitation. Her answer came easily. Yes. Ethan blinked. Really? Olivia laughed. Yes. He slipped the ring onto her finger. The moment it fit, both of them started crying and laughing at the same time. The next morning brought another challenge. Telling the children. Olivia's 3 kids sat around the breakfast table while Ethan and his daughter Emma stood nearby. Olivia nervously explained what had happened. The children stared. Silent. For several long seconds.